welcome to Spoiler Alert Podcast, the podcast where we talk about the latest episodes in anime. You have been warned. And for this episode, we bring back our semi-permanent guest, Lou, of Sitting by the Window Anime Reviews. Hello, Lou.
Hello, what's up, ladies and gents? Lou here from Sitting by the Window Anime Reviews. You may know me from my voice acting work as the person that Spanish dubbed Eren. And I don't mean Eren from Attack on Titan, I mean Eren from Happily Eren. That was awesome. Y'all should go check it out.
That was great.
Ciao, ciao.
It was. Yep. And so for this episode, for episode 7 of Spoiler Alert Podcast, we're going to be talking about episode 7 for the following anime. Chaika, Captain Earth, Kawai Complex, 1 Week Friends, and Haikyuu. And then we're going to be looking back on Air Gear and The World God Only Knows. And then we're going to end off the podcast with some off-topic discussions. So let's go ahead and dive right into Chaika, episode 7. Now, let me first say that I know in the last episode of this podcast I said I never wanted to watch Chaika because of the eyebrows, but I watched it and it's amazing. That's all I want to start off with. But episode 7 I think was really great because it kind of slowed it down from all this action, kind of gave it a bit of comedy with the fog that they went into. The what is that? Yeah, the fog that gave him illusions and stuff. And I thought that was just hilarious, this episode. What did you guys think of it?
I thought it was pretty good. I really enjoyed the series as a whole. I haven't really seen a down episode. So yeah, just waiting for this thing to progress and see who the next real big fight is going to be. That's what I'm hyped for. And one thing I did learn today that I completely keep forgetting and overlooking is that Bones is doing this series.
Mm-hmm. Yes, they are.
I didn't even think about that either. What's it called? The only thing I didn't like about this episode was it felt very anticlimactic, you know. The guy is just kind of crazy. Easily get the thing kind of go, sort of. I mean, I think it's just to keep the good pacing, but it felt kind of like, oh, well, okay then.
Yeah, there was no epic battle against this hero. He was just there.
Yeah, I mean, but it was
all delusional.
Like I said, I'm assuming it's for pacing, although with the season 2 being confirmed, I don't understand why they would do that, because, why not have a battle? But I don't know what's going on with the source material or anything, because...
I think what they were trying to do was focus more on character development and give us a better understanding of what his feelings are for Chaika.
I feel like they could have done that.
But was it really his feelings, though? Was it really his feelings? Because wasn't the illusion they're supposed to be the hero's memory, kind of?
Yeah, but what they got into is why was it Chaika and not the other two? Why wasn't it Akari or Frederica?
Well, no one wants to
Just
have sex with a dragon. Well, actually, I take that back.
Yeah.
I take that back. I do.
What?
But anyways.
Okay. But as for the series and the story where it's going, I'm kind of interested because there seems to be more than one Chaika, and I feel like what I think is that it's one Chaika, but it's different personalities of Chaika, I guess, or different purposes, the Chaika, our Chaika, is just want the funeral. But then this other Chaika that we run into in the last episode, I think episode 6, wants revenge, right? For their father.
I mean, the way I see it is they're fragments of one person, so that would explain why they all have that fragmented speech pattern, why not all of they don't have their memories complete, like both Chaikas had damaged memories, and why their personalities are different, because they have different elements of a personality.
I can see that, but I was going to say, what was it episode 1 where you get that sort of scene with her in the beginning with whatever that was? Do you remember what that was? Just something telling her what to do, But I don't know. What I really want to say was all of the Chaikas managed to be cute so far. So
there's only 2 Chaikas.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, it's only 2.
They're batting 1,000.
Exactly. Right. Perfect is still perfect.
But they all have the eyebrows.
Listen, just live with it,
And I'm still eyebrows, but then again, she's still cute because of how she talks and everything. But what I'm also enjoying is that the supposed bad guys are not really bad guys. The one that's chasing them at the moment, you still get their development as well. So we don't really have this feeling of they're the bad guys in the series. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So yeah.
they actually remind me of the villains from, and I use the word villains loosely, from a show that aired a couple seasons ago, Ixion Saga DT. That
Mm-hmm.
they're very similar to those, which that was a comedy series, but it's just people uh, that are pursuing people that are a threat to the nation or a perceived threat to the nation. So yeah, it's very similar, and actually that's a really good show for a comedy series. It's funny. Ray, you'll like it.
I like a lot of things. Is there any etchy?
Yes.
Okay, I like it. I will like it, I should say.
He's sold.
Sold, yes.
All
I'm already
right.
pre-ordering or buying it.
So I'm definitely gonna keep up with Chaika. I think I've already moved on the eyebrows. So
Yeah, it's not that hard to get past, so.
yeah, she is cute though. I'll give her that. Chaika's adorable. I want her as my little. All right, so let's go ahead on to the next show, which is Captain Earth, which is also, of course, done by Bones, right? If I'm not
Yep.
mistaken.
By the
And
same team that did Star Driver.
yes, that's right. And so in episode 7, we kind of like I guess we're left off with what's his name? Teppei? Is that his name?
Mhm.
Yeah.
He ends up destroying his own ego block, and he ends up getting the live luster. I think that's what it's called or pronounced or whatever.
Yeah.
And so does that mean like, if he destroys his own ego block, does that mean that he's like mortal now or something?
That's what
Or he's not one of the
That,
That's
yeah,
what
that's
it
what I
looks
took
like.
from it.
because yeah, that's what it looks like.
I'm
so.
assuming they'll
Kind
elaborate
of
more next
sucks,
episode.
but yeah, they really need to have kind of like an info dump on this because they're using all these terms and you catch on to them, but it's still you still have to like look back and be like, okay, what is the Killed Gang again, or you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Can I just say one thing?
Yes.
Of the two Bones shows that we've discussed thus far, I really don't like Captain Earth. Like it started off as being such high priority, but it's become such a chore to watch because I just don't like the characters. I mean, the animation looks great. Don't get me wrong.
Mm-hmm.
It's just I don't know. I'm very underwhelmed.
What do you
I
think,
feel
Ray?
like it started off really good. Now I'm enjoying it, but I'm like, it comes out on a Saturday, correct, on Crunchyroll?
I
I think
believe
so.
so.
Before it was one of the first ones I wanted to watch. Now I just sort of like it's just sort of like whenever I get to it, I'll watch everything else first. Basically, I still like it, still want to watch it, but it's not high priority for me anymore. It's just, I don't know why it's kind of losing me, and I feel like both the shows are well paced though. Like Bones is killing it when it comes to pacing. I feel like, but. Yeah, I think it's probably the same thing with that, like Luce. I think it might be the characters themselves that are sort of bland, I guess.
Except the hacker girl.
Yeah, she's fun.
Belly
Yeah.
button forte.
She's the only one that has actual character in the story. Everyone else is just kind of like, this is their part, and that's what they'll do, and that's it. But she actually gives the show something, I think.
She's just entertaining in general too, but yeah.
Yeah. But personally, I mean, I'm enjoying the show. I just take it for what it is. I'm not really like, like looking really that deep into it or like gasming over every episode. I mean, just enjoying it. I guess I'm like in the same boat as you guys with this show.
Some people were like
But it's very
saying it was
pretty.
gonna be like the next Eureka 7 type of thing, and I was like, no. I said that no from the start. You can never live up to that.
Not with these
No.
characters.
You can't.
At least they got the mech designs down. Like the mech designs look really nice, and the animation on the mechs. Since if I'm not mistaken, this is it's either 100% traditionally drawn, or they're using 3D models and drawing over the models. But regardless, it looks polished. I like how the mechs look.
Mm-hmm.
I still don't get why he's in a mech that's piloting like another mech. I still don't understand that like at all. Like why? And then they have to do that sequence every time he goes into space.
You gotta.
I'm okay with that though. That looks badass.
I mean, like it was cool the first time, and then now I'm just kind of like, okay, so he's gonna just to kill some time. Let's do that sequence again, but like a little bit faster each time.
Yeah.
They got to
But-
get their money's worth.
Yeah,
That
True.
sequence, you can tell that it costs a lot of money to produce that sequence.
that's why they got to use it again and again and again.
Plus, it fills time that I'm sure it was partially full time.
That the characters don't fill in themselves.
Like, I don't know. It does get repetitive though. I understand where you're coming from there. It is kind of annoying after a while. It's like every episode.
The fight
boom,
scenes are really good though.
Let's have that sequence again. Has there been an episode?
But I like
without
the
it?
fight scenes in this show. It's it's in space. It's robots in space fighting. It's not bad. I like it.
Yeah, it's visually and everything. It's far above average, I feel, but story-wise, I feel like it's lackluster right now. It's just kind of average, a little slightly above maybe.
But I'm still gonna keep up with it. Do you guys plan on never dropping this show, or are you just gonna watch it and see where it goes?
I'll watch it. I mean, I don't foresee myself dropping it. Like, it hasn't given me a reason to say, no, this is absolute shit, I'm not going to watch it. You know, I'm not at that point. I'm just underwhelmed. Like, it's alright. It's whatever, I guess. I'll watch it. It'll give me something to watch until the sports anime comes out on Sunday, which is a glorious day. All hail Sunday.
Yeah, Sunday's actually a pretty good day. Saturday and Sunday, only good days really, besides, is it Tuesday or the Chaika, or Wednesday that Chaika comes out?
I think it's
I
Wednesday.
know the same day
Pretty sure
No
it's
Game No
Wednesday.
Life comes out, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
That's a good day too. But
Saturday
Tuesday-
is like all anime.
Tuesday gets brownie points, though, for having Hunter x Hunter. I like Hunter x Hunter.
I still
never
haven't
got
started
into
that.
it.
It is so good.
I'll have to one day though, just because everyone said it's really good. One day.
How many episodes are there?
129. And it's probably going to run until the end of the year.
Yeah, no, no thank you. No. I don't like the character design either. It's like I'd be forcing myself to start it, and I'm sure it'd be good, but no.
Hey, you know what? I had the same reservations, and then I started watching it, and after like maybe 2 episodes, I ended up marathoning it, and I finished the series in 3 days. I was 100 episodes behind.
I just feel like, for me at least, there's enough anime like good anime that I still have to watch that I can put that way on the back burner.
There's no rush, man. It's not going anywhere. You'll get to it.
Exactly.
But Ray, will you be keeping up with Captain Earth?
Yeah, I mean, pretty much the same thing. I mean, I have no reason to drop it. It's not like it's bad. It's just especially not what everyone wanted it to be. Like, I remember there being a good amount of hype around it, and it's didn't really live up to that. That's the only thing.
Yeah, I was hyped up for it.
Oh yeah, you were hyped up.
Yeah, I was pretty
for
hyped
sure.
up for it just because it looked nice. Yeah, but I am a little bit disappointed in how it's kind of going right now. We'll see. Hopefully it'll pick up or something. I don't know. We'll see what happens within the next few episodes. So let's just move on to the next show, which is Kawai Complex. I'm not going to say the whole title. And we're going to go up to episode 7. So first off, this series is beautiful, as we mentioned in the last episode. We kind of talked about it generally. But in this episode, it's like we said, it's a slice of life show. There's really not much of a story to it, except, day by day of what the residents of Kawai Complex does.
Hold on.
And the main thing is, of course, the what?
This was the episode with the molester, right? Okay,
Yes.
just making sure.
This is So in episode 7, in the beginning, they're talking about this molester, and and then we have our main heroine here who's reading her book through some dark underground tunnel where molester comes out, and she doesn't. I thought that was hilarious, where she doesn't notice him, not noticed at all.
Mm-hmm. Didn't like a bubble come up too that said that?
Yep.
Yeah. I like those little bubbles that pops up whenever they say something.
Well, I find it kind of as repetitive sometimes when it's like says exactly what text says because the character's actually saying it. It's like, duh. But some of those ads are like comedy gold. A lot of those, it's a good show.
What do you think of the characters? Because it's mostly about the characters, obviously.
Can I say that I don't like the main character? I just don't like him.
He's kind of bland.
How so?
He's kind of a stalker, too.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I can't really get behind him. But I don't want to see him fail either. But everybody else is amazing. I love the characters in this show.
Mm-hmm.
Especially Kawai Senpai.
She's good.
What's
the
his
best.
name? The old gray-haired pervert in there.
Gray-haired?
Gray hair?
Yeah, he's got like gray hair.
But,
What's his name? The pervert that was playing with the little girl.
Oh,
are you
that's
sure? Are you sure?
Shiro.
Are you sure it's? Yeah. Okay.
And he
You're
does
sure.
have gray hair, but
He
anyways,
does?
yeah, he's my
I
favorite
thought he was
character.
blonde.
It's not.
He's
It's
the
not a
best character.
blonde. That's not blonde. Blonde is yellow.
You can just
I think it's blonde.
Ray likes that character because he can identify with him.
I like that character because there's more. Like it feels like there's more than one layer to him. Actually,
Are you
He's an-
masochist, Ray?
no.
He's the idiot. No, but this character is the idiot savant, kinda.
Mm-hmm.
In that, like, he's very intelligent. He's a novelist, but he's also kind of stupid at the same time,
Mhm.
and appears to be lacking in understanding social dynamics.
Mm-hmm.
But like, he's brilliant, so it's an interesting. It's a very interesting character. I like that character.
Yeah, that's my
Yeah,
favorite.
he does have that one episode with the little girl. I think
Yeah.
it was the episode before where she was a loner kind of thing, and he was helping her out. And at first I was like, okay, he is kind of being a little pedophile here, but there is something more to him, even if it does look kind of weird on the outside.
This show sounds a lot weirder than it actually is, since we're talking about like molesters and pedophiles. But it's good. It's not about molesters and pedophiles. They just happen to show up. Okay.
Yeah.
Can I say, all right, like it was hilarious in this episode, that interaction that Sheena first brought up with the molester, and our main protagonist Usa shows up and says, "Don't touch her, you tiny dicked bastard," and
Yes.
then he looks down.
That was the best thing ever.
That was hilarious.
Oh my god. Yeah, this show has a lot of good comedy in it, I think. Maybe it's just me.
Yeah. Are there any characters that you don't like?
Uh,
I don't know.
sometimes you go ahead.
Big
Ray.
Tits
Go
is
ahead.
getting kind of repetitive. What's her name? I can't remember her name. All I know is she's the one with the big tits. That's all I know.
That's all. That's all we need to know about her.
It is about all you need to identify.
That's
her.
Mayumi.
Yeah, she's getting kind of annoying to me at this point just because her character is very repetitive.
Yeah. See, I don't like Sayaka. That's the other girl.
I think there's just not enough detail with her yet. They haven't really gone into her really. It's just sort of like,
That's why I don't like her. Is they introduced the fact that yeah, she's a bitch, but they haven't gone too far with
they
it.
haven't said, oh yeah, but there's a good person in here. It's just, no, she's just a bitch. I mean, all of them are entertaining at the least.
Well, for me, I love Ritsu sometimes, but her how she's kind of like oblivious to the world, and that she has to be protected all the time. With the whole molester thing, it kind of annoys me. But at the same time, it's like really cute. So I'm kind of like on the fence sometimes with her.
Cute beats everything.
I don't know. Maybe
I'm just saying, cute will always win. Like that, it's just fact.
yeah, she is cute, but still, I don't know. I think the last episode kind of bugged me with her, how everyone has to kind of like protect her because she's always reading and she doesn't see the world around her. And it's like, come on, that's just me.
If there's anything I have to say about that, it's more like I hate the lack of interaction with her. Where, like Lou was saying, how the main character is sort of being stalkerish with her. I feel like part of the reason you get that vibe is because they never have her out of her book unless it's for a one shot off little short moment, which is part of her charm, but at the same time, I think it's also part of why the main character seems like a stalkerish kind of creeper. Because all he
Yeah,
really can do
I
is go
guess.
like, look at you, you're so pretty. Durr.
But at the end of every episode, she always has that cute little smile when she opens up a little bit. You'll
My
have
fa-
like that little part where she opens up.
My favorite part with her was with the bubbles from a few episodes back, where she's reading her book and she's looking down at what they're doing, and then she sees the bubbles and she just lights up.
Yeah, that
really
was cute.
I like the water guns better.
Yeah,
That was good too.
I was gonna mention that one. All right, so that is Kawai Complex. Of course, I'll be keeping up with this because it's slice of life. It's something to just kind of kick back and watch and laugh. So it's something I'll definitely be watching in the future. So the next show we're going to be talking about is another slice of life show, which is 1 Week Friends. I guess it's like a more innocent love story,
It's also
which is what I love about this.
It's also animated by Brainspace, which
Yes.
I don't think we mentioned it, but Kawai Complex is animated by Brainspace.
Yes.
They're
So
doing a
kinda
good job right now.
doing
Yes, they are.
And again, like what I said, what I love about One Week Friends is how innocent the show is. Like it's like, you know, it's about a girl who loses her memories of her friends every Monday, but it's not like, you know, something like, it's not super depressing. It's just like really cute and
One of my
pure,
favorites.
and I
It's
love it.
it started off really super depressing, and especially that one episode where they get into the argument. That was really
No, but the end of
depressing.
that episode was so good.
It was. I loved that episode. I really liked the show.
It's one of my
Overall,
favorites this
everything about it,
season.
the aesthetic. Yeah, me too.
Just someone say what you like about it, before I start rambling on.
Like, for example, I like the art style. It reminds me of Usagi Drop.
What else was
Yeah,
there?
it does.
There was something else that kind of reminds me of. I'll look it up real quick. Just talk.
Well, I just love the interaction between the two main characters. And you know, like in the beginning, it's like really cute because he's like, I just want to be your friend. But you know, there's something more to it, obviously. And especially with episode 7, where at the end, she says that I recognize who you are. Like it was on a Monday. She's like, I recognize who you are. I knew right away. And then it's like, so does that mean like she sees him as nothing more than a friend? That's why he or she remembers him because of that?
I
Seems like
didn't.
that's where it's going.
Yeah, I mean, I got that feeling, but it didn't. It didn't really stick out to me much. Like I'm seeing that progression in her character, but I mean, I see where you're coming from, and you're probably right. It just didn't strike me that way right away, I would say.
Because they are starting to have like, you know, those feelings. Well, obviously, what's his name? Yuki, Hase,
Yeah.
whatever. Main guy. Obviously, you know, he has feelings for her, which is like showing up a lot in the more recent episodes. And I think it was, you know, from the very beginning, he had a crush on her. But they did it in a more like, you know, cute way, and like, I just want to be your friend. But it's kind of like showing up more, and it's adorable.
Can I say what it reminds me of now?
Go ahead.
The character designs are completely different, but the animation itself reminds me of Bakura Gaita. Have you seen that?
Yeah. Yes.
What's the English title on that?
Not sure.
Something like we
were here,
there.
I think.
Was that it? We were there, we were here, something like that.
That's a lot
It
more
sounds
depressing
familiar.
than One Week Friends is, though.
That was a depressing show. Jeez.
It was beautiful in its own way, but it was very depressing.
We were there. That's the English title for it.
Yeah, okay.
Bokura Gaita. It did that. That's what it did kind of remind me of. I think it's just the character design. They're pretty similar.
No, not the character
I
design,
mean,
the art style.
The art style.
No.
The art style.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the character designs are quite different.
No, they went with the brown hair. Let's make everyone brown hair.
What do you guys think of Saki? She's that forgetful girl that has been introduced as a new friend.
Kind of annoying.
Yeah, I mean, I like her character because it helps Kaori open up a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes and I think like she just helps the, you know, character development. But it has her character herself is just kind of like, okay, you need to go away and let these two have their moment, you know.
It didn't seem necessary.
See, I'll say that I like her as a character for when she's on screen, and on specifically in the episodes where it's a limited capacity. Like you'll see her maybe once or twice, and then that's it. Like those are the episodes I really liked her. But the episode that she was introduced, I did not like her.
Mm-hmm. There's moments where I feel like, okay, you were useful, I don't hate you. Then there's other times where I'm like, you're just annoying me. Like, you don't need to be here. I'll focus more on the main character's relationship with her, and I don't know. It's cute at the same time because, you know, I do like the fact that it's more like I'm having other friends too than just the, you know, the main sort of coupling up they're, you know, obviously gonna do. But we'll see. I mean, she's not my favorite by any means. I don't really like her that much. I deal with her.
The other friend though I like the other friend. What's his name?
Oh, he's awesome.
The
What's his
really
name?
he's the blonde hair dude.
Yeah, the emo guy who never smiles.
The blonde haired guy. Yeah, I like his character.
That's Shogo, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
Wait, hold on. I'm looking
I
it
think
up.
like Shugo
Yeah.
or something like that.
Yeah, Shogo.
Yeah. I like his character because he actually he I mean like he doesn't really obviously he doesn't say much, but he does help our main character Hasek get through the day
See,
and push him.
I like that character because that's like I'm a different person when I'm online. I'm a lot more sociable, but that's more of who I am in person. Like I'm very introverted, so I relate to that character a lot. So I don't know. I like him as a character. Really well done.
He's a really good friend
He is the foot in the ass that the main character needs.
which I think happened in the last episode. I think he pushed him with his foot. He said, "Go for it, just go talk to her," kind of thing. And he is a good friend, and he really he progresses the story and the two main characters. And so so do you guys think like because I know Ray was looking for the anime. What do you think about that last episode with that moment on the rooftop, Ray?
Which one was that? I'm trying to think of it.
Where she says that I remember
Oh yeah,
who you
that
are.
it was just another really cute moment to me, really. But I mean, it was sort of like, okay, well, guess we find out more next episode.
You don't think that she sees him more than a friend, and that's why she's starting to remember him more? Because that's what I'm.
That's the
from it,
vibe they're
like I said.
sending, but at the same time, it's gonna be like, oh yeah, we're not gonna admit any of this until, what episode is episode 7? So probably 3
Yeah.
episodes from now, they'll probably be like, oh yeah, that is what's going on.
Or I have an alternate version of it that would probably piss both of you off. But what if it's that the value in that friendship is starting to depreciate because she's making more friends? So maybe that's why she's starting to remember him more.
Oh, that's too depressing.
I know it is.
That is such a. If that ends like
That
that.
it can't.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry, but
Oh my
no, you
God.
don't make something that cute and then end it off that depressing. Nobody would like this show anymore.
But it's at the end, so it's too late. It doesn't matter anymore.
I just say nobody would like it if that was the route they went. You can't make something cute as fuck and then be like, oh yeah, death. Like, just like, it would be depressing.
If they end it in a death, it looks like one of those shows that if it was like a terminal ill girl kind of thing, that's what I like. It's like, can't end in death. Don't say that because it might happen. Curse
See,
it.
I knew it.
Don't
I knew you
curse
guys
it.
wouldn't
Luke,
like
what
that.
did you do?
I
Luke,
break
shit.
anime.
All right, so that is 1 week, friends. Let's go on to the next show, which is Haikyuu, the volleyball anime, or Kuroko's volleyball. What we're gonna be calling it. I'm actually enjoying this. It's not, of course, it's not Kuroko where it's like super power. I mean, kind of, I guess, but it's not like super powered high school students. But I'm actually enjoying this show quite a bit, surprisingly. I'm not really into sports anime.
See, I'm a huge fan of sports anime, and for me, from a production standpoint, everything is perfect on this show in terms of like animation, sound, everything. But for me, it's not the best sports show this season. I have to give that to Baby Steps
The
because
tennis one?
yeah, absolutely. It's although it doesn't look anywhere near as good as Haikyuu, it's just there's just something about it that's just far more interesting. Like specifically the main character. I don't like the main character from Haikyuu. It's just the dumb hero character trope.
Yeah, they are going with that, but I don't know. I like it. I'm not really a fan of volleyball, and again, I'm not a fan of sports anime. But I'm like I don't know. I'm just like enjoying. I think I like the other character, the king. What's his name? The
I
other
don't-
his partner, the setter. I think I like his character more, and that's probably why I just enjoy the show a lot more because I like seeing his development more than the main character.
I didn't
Yeah, I
I
could
didn't
see
enjoy
that.
this show that much until recently. It was started off kind of slow. Like, I wanted matches. Like, you gotta think about the fact we are 7 episodes in right now, and they've only had a practice match.
Yeah. I mean, the show's gonna run for 25 episodes. So, I mean, there's that. And I wouldn't be surprised if it gets a second season. Because it already, like, it's not Kuroko, but it does have enough of a following that I wouldn't be surprised that it's gonna get it. Or if it would get it.
How's the source material? Do you know anything about the source material for this, or is
Fro-
it just
From what I've heard because Manga Pod actually did a reading on this, and they didn't like the manga. Like, they rated it very low. But, there's a fair amount of source material available. So I wouldn't be surprised if they have enough material for a second season, depending on, how the pacing goes for the show and where exactly they end.
Yeah, I felt like it started off too slow. Like I said, I'm still 7 episodes in. Even if it is 25 episodes, you're essentially, what's that, 1/3 of the way done, and you've only had a practice match.
Yeah, what they'll probably do is they'll probably pick up the pacing and go into a tournament, because they said that the tournament was coming up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, and I mean, if it's 4 rounds, so you're looking at 4 games, and assuming that they don't montage one of the second or third game, because they'll do the first and final game, like for sure.
Yeah, unless they, get the green light for a second season, which I don't think they should. They shouldn't do a tournament and then cut it off in the middle and put it to the next season. That'd be kind of bad. Which actually, you know what, Koroko's doing that.
Yeah, I was about to say. Speaking
so I'm
of
like,
which,
wait a minute, Koroko's doing that.
I'm afraid that's. Or
Yeah.
sorry. No, I was gonna say I'm afraid that's what they're gonna do with Yoapita. Yowamushi Pedal is so good. It's a cycling anime that airs, I believe, on Mondays.
Cycling anime.
It's so good.
Is it really? I saw that and I was like, it's about biking.
It is, but it is so good. Again, I am an enthusiast of sports anime, and this is one of the better ones. Like I prefer it over. I prefer Yowamushi Pedal over Baby Steps and Haikyuu, by far.
I don't know. I think I don't know. I haven't seen Baby Steps at all, and I haven't seen the Yaopita one. So I just like the kind of like the humor a little bit in Haikyuu. And I mean, yeah, the main character is stupid, and he's like Naruto in a sense. Yes. But I mean, I like the supporting cast a lot more. So
that is a
I
strong.
like the guy with the buzzed haircut.
Yeah.
The guy with the buzzed haircut is awesome.
And we do. I mean, we have seen kind of like the rival now. The school with what's that guy? The setter.
With the Tobio's senpai is on that school. Yeah, his old senpai.
Uh-oh. So yeah, we have that, and then we have a new character coming up, who's, I guess, very enthusiastic about the game and got kicked out, and now he's back. So, we'll see how
that was a very good entrance, by the way. I was like, that was a good entrance for a character. I am now intrigued to see who you are next episode.
So yeah, like I said, the supporting cast is great. Main character, he's kind of annoying, but we'll see where this show goes, because I'm still interested. Are you going to keep up with it, Lou?
Yeah, for sure. Sports anime, TID. That's till I die, for those of you that aren't street. Because I grew up in an urban area.
Do they actually say that, in real life?
They do in Miami.
Yeah, I think that's just a Miami thing. In Chicago, that's not a thing.
Yeah.
Because I don't think I've ever heard that. I mean, I've heard people say OMG, but that's besides the point. Let's just go
past that.
That's because
you're from Cali.
And, yeah. So let's go ahead into our look back. We're actually going to do 2 look back series. First one's going to be Air Gear. I actually okay, first off, I haven't seen the anime, but I read far into the manga. But I actually like the manga. It's really great. I've seen some clips of Air Gear, like the anime version, and I didn't like the animation for it compared to the manga, obviously. And plus, it was only how many episodes?
25.
25. And you guys said that it ended in a weird way.
It ended like the last season of Kuroko did, where stuff's happening. You want to see more, but who knows if you're gonna see more.
You probably won't. I mean, the show aired in 2006.
Well, no, yeah, Air Gear, no, you're not gonna see any fucking more. Kuroko, you probably are, but I mean, it's sort of that sort of way, who knows, anything could happen, sort of ending, and it's like, oh, well, that sucks.
It's one of those, you want to read or you want to know the rest of the story, go read the manga.
They do have some OVAs that are decent.
Yeah, I think it's 3 of them.
Yeah.
I've seen some clips, and I think they introduced Kuroro, right? Yeah. The mechanic. Yeah. And can I say she's best girl? I love her so much.
She's adorable.
I love her. I wish, I haven't read far into, I've read up to 200 something in the manga, but if he ever picks a girl, it has to be her, because I love her so much. She's so cute.
Isn't there something badass about a character where you can say that, if he picks a girl, because he is just a badass. It's not oh, all these women are just surrounding us. It's because he's a badass.
Oh,
in a really stupid way, but he's a badass still.
he is. Have you guys read the manga for Air
Some of
Gear?
it.
I have not.
I am like fanatic of the manga.
See, here's the thing with me. I was completely disillusioned with the anime ending. That I was just like, I really enjoy this and I want to know more, but I'm so pissed off right now. I don't think I want to. Like, out of spite, I'm not gonna read the scans. That's how spiteful I'm feeling towards the ending.
No, don't blame the anime because the manga is great. Trust me. And it's also the manga is done by Oh Great, who's also done like
Hentai?
Hentai? Yes. I know that.
That's why those tits look so good.
But yeah, like I don't know, the art for Air Gear in the manga is really great.
We're
And the
calling it
story,
art
like,
now?
They had yeah. But like the story, I remember just being they try to like incorporate physics into it, and you can't. I mean, like it's great, like how they try to, and how they make it seem so realistic.
Holding back from making more boob jokes. Okay.
Please, Joe. Please go. I mean, go. Please go.
Gravity.
Yeah.
So what's it called? I wanted to make the... What was the thing I did with No Game No Life? I wanted to make an art reference like that. Yes, we're calling it art. Titties. You know, the gravity of the titties. Like, oh, there's just so many possibilities. No.
Okay,
The
but
physics of bouncing boobs.
what I was gonna
So
say
awesome
though
in that show, though.
is the explanations remind me of how JoJo's Bizarre Adventure tries to explain things. Doesn't really work, but it's just funny to watch.
But it's so badass how they do it in Air Gear, though.
Have y'all seen JoJo's?
I haven't. No. I know everyone says go watch it, and it's like one of those shows where it's like I need to watch it, but I still have all these shows to watch.
I'll be honest, I'll probably never watch it.
It's good.
I'm sure it is. It's just... It's one of those things with the art, like the designs of the characters. I can't do it. I am very, very picky, and I know it's bad.
I can respect that. I grew up in on the late 80s, early 90s stuff, so like I remember watching Fist of the North Star when I was like 12 or 13.
Hmm.
And so I mean, it's not the first time I see like these types of character designs.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, 1 week Friends, I wasn't even sure about originally when I saw it, because I was like, this looks kind of dreary, sort of bleh. But, like, when you actually watch it and the shows came out, I was like, oh, has a good color palette, the designs are nice, the characters are cute, you know. I gave that one a chance. JoJo's, I've seen it, like, not seen the show actually, but I've seen, like, clips of it and stuff like that, and it's not, visually, I'm just like, ugh.
That's sound effect.
The soundtrack is amazing though.
You have to link to the
That for-
soundtrack.
Absolutely.
I can always give a soundtrack a chance. You can't hate on music. Well, only if it's Justin Bieber.
All right.
That's a line I'm not stepping on.
So that was Air Gear, guys. Go read the manga.
Bieber.
Don't bother with the anime. Read the manga. It's great. So now the next look back we're going to go into is the world.
Me and Lou both said it was good, and you're like, don't watch the anime, go read the manga?
No. I can't. Okay, skip the anime. If that's how it's going to be, how it's going to end, just go straight to the manga.
Watch the anime knowing
Art's
you're going to have to
better.
go read the manga, and willing. Otherwise, yes, just go straight to the manga.
You're gonna end up exactly. If you don't do that, then you're gonna end up like me.
Yeah.
You don't want to end
Old
up like me in
bitter
this scenario.
man.
Exactly.
You have to go into it understanding what you're getting into and be willing to go read the manga after that. If you do it like that, you will enjoy the anime, though. I feel.
Just go straight to the manga. Just go for the manga.
Anime
Art's
is
better.
so good too, and there's you can see
Wait,
the
no.
titties move.
Just. Okay, you know what? That's
Ray
good
just
enough.
won. I'm sorry.
Exactly.
Just move on, Sheena.
Let's go on to the next look back, which is The World God Only Knows. So I saw this series, like I guess like a year or so after it came out, or I think I don't know, like a
After
year
I
or
told you
months
to
after
watch
it came
it.
out. After Yuri told me to watch it, and I like this series. It wasn't very, it wasn't super serious, but it was still like rather enjoyable, and it took harem into like a different realm. It's like a different harem. It's harem, but it's not harem at the same time.
Can I mention one thing, Rose? When I first went looking at the show, and I, what's it called? I thought it was interesting, like the concept idea when I read the synopsis, but I didn't think hard enough after reading the synopsis, because I was disappointed at the lack of ecchi. But I was surprisingly happy with the fact that it was just actually good. But I was originally I was like, what the fuck is this? It's not enough ecchi in this. And then, I was happy though. That's what I went into the world God only knows expecting, was like, tits and ass.
Does it have harem listed as
It
its
has to,
or
doesn't it?
ecchi?
No, not ecchi.
It has
Yeah,
harem.
it has to have harem, but I don't
Okay.
know about ecchi. I didn't, like I said, I just read the synopsis, I didn't go to tags, and I was just like, this sounds like it would be ecchi.
It does not, and Crunchyroll
Well,
does not have
kids
ecchi
learn
on
to
it.
read the tags. If you want your ecchi, go elsewhere.
Just Google ecchi. or on Crunchyroll, just search ecchi and tags. But I'm glad that there's no ecchi in this. I'm just gonna say that.
Oh no, yeah, it would have been worse with it, but still.
It would have been really bad for the ecchi.
Yeah, no, you can't argue that.
See, a lot of people say that it's a deconstruction of the harem genre. Would you go that far, or no?
Reinterpretation.
Yeah, well,
I put about 5 seconds of
Because
thought
yeah,
into that, just so you know, so.
I know.
the first, like, definitely the first two seasons, I would say so, because the characters reset, but not so much the third season.
Which I still haven't finished.
Shame on you, Sheena.
Well, what it did, like, didn't it, it kind of skipped through some characters? Because I seen up to episode 4 of the goddess arc. And they kind of, like, did a little montage of the more important characters that they had in the manga, that they needed in the season. So it was kind of weird. It kind of, like, threw me off when I first watched it. I think that's why I was kind of, like, a little, I wasn't enjoying it as much, because I knew, like, I heard that these characters that they kind of rushed through were important, but I felt like they needed their episode.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. And the thing is that, I mean, we did get a couple of them covered, like a couple of the ones that were important in the Garnet arc, covered in an OVA that happened between 2 and 3.
Mm-hmm.
But apart from that, I could see that being an issue. But I think the montage was well done enough that I was able to watch it without, having read the manga.
Is this one of those read the manga to find out the ending kind of thing too?
It has its own ending and it ends well.
Okay.
Now, if you're gonna ask me if they're gonna make more, probably not. Even though this is really, like, the Goddess arc was really well received, the manga ended. So since the manga ended, there's really no reason for them to make more, because anime as a medium has often served as a means for advertising manga. That's why you get a lot of shows that don't have, like, full endings.
Eric Gear, go read the manga.
I don't think.
Exactly.
Okay. I don't know why Air Gear ended like that, but I don't think that was why.
We're already
I think it
past
was
Air
ratings,
Gear.
but you brought it up! Listen. I'll
First point.
listen. I am being a little bitter about the fact of how it ended, but I want more.
Anyways, as for the main character, I love the main character.
Keima
Keima.
Katsuragi.
He is like this. It's like he doesn't care about the world that he lives in. He only cares about, the games and all the girls in the games, and it's just I just love his character when he's like doing, like, when he's trying to win the girls' hearts, right? He doesn't care, but then, like, they play him off as, like, he kind of, but he doesn't really care about these
He's
girls.
a deconstruction of Light Yagami.
This whole
I
series is a deconstruction of everything.
After watching this show and a couple others, I came to a conclusion that this is all functioning within one universe, and this is in my own twisted little head that I came up with this. That this character, Keima Katsuragi, ends up growing up to be 2D Kun from Golden Time.
Mm-hmm. I can see that.
Wait, hold on. And then he ends up getting trapped into Log Horizon, and Akatsuki is Chinami, and they end up together in a separate OV. Bam, magic. I did magic with words. Go Japan, make it.
You heard him.
First,
Japan,
someone
if you
make
can
a
understand
really
English.
crappy, smutty version of that, and then someone will make a good version of it.
Done.
Deal? Okay, I'll
Alright.
work on that then.
All right. Awesome.
I'm
No,
a great
don't.
smut author. Trust me.
No, he's not.
I have a dirty enough mind.
Alright. Okay. Well, so, yeah, so if you guys haven't seen The World God Only Knows, you need to... No, that's not true about the
We're
series.
not talking
No,
about
that's
Black
not.
Bullet.
Damn.
Lollies everywhere in that show.
Lolly
Go ahead
Harem
and-
the anime.
watch The World God Only Knows if you haven't seen it yet, because it's such a great...
It's amazing. I love it.
It's not like too serious, but it's really good.
We do the bolded off topic first.
Okay.
Did you even
Go
read
for
it
it, Ray.
just now?
I did. Okay, so hold on. We're gonna go into our off-topic discussion, and Ray added something into our document. Go.
I am gonna start a Kickstarter for the Imouto trading card game.
This is just glorious.
I seriously want to do this though.
I want to throw so much money at that. We need to get Random in here. I'm sure
I
he'd
need to
back
get
that.
like some contacts over in Japan, get me talking to these companies so I can get all the characters into trading cards.
Have you heard of Weiss Schwartz?
No.
It's kind of like Magic, but with anime characters, and you can buy Madoka decks or Fates or
Yeah, okay, I saw a little something of that.
It could totally be a spin-off of that.
Yes.
Just
Wait,
Imouto
so
driven.
so that one is just like with anime characters?
Yes, I will link you to a channel that Baka Shift runs. That it's just playing that, and he explains how to play the game. And you can actually buy the decks from Right Stuff, I think. Definitely on the Crunchyroll website. I've seen them advertised.
Lou, have you played the Love Live app game?
No, I have not. Dazik has pestered me to play
Have
that.
you seen like, any screenshots of like how they had like cuteness and pureness and smile points? That's essentially what I want to do with these trading cards.
I'm all for
like
that. I've seen the screenshots.
Yeah,
on
like
Twitter.
their attack power can be smile, their defense can be like, their pureness or something,
It's just defensive Desu times 2.
Let me say though, speaking of trading card games, there is a made trading card game. It's called Tanto Cure. I don't know how to say it. It's Tanto Tanto Cure Cuore, and it's basically you have to create the best maid to help. It's like you power up your maids kind of thing. It's great.
Basically, I'm looking for people to fund this right now, though. So, if you have money and are willing to waste it, actually, no, this isn't a waste. This is a glorious way to spend money.
This is a righteous cause. This is like the next crusade.
Basically, and here's another thing too. Like, it's gonna be a little bit like Magic too, except instead of land cards, they're like setting cards, school, home, maid cafe, all that.
Little Sister's bedroom.
Little Sister's bedroom.
Akihabara.
Akihabara, all that stuff. And there will be support cards, like older, like, the actual brother of the characters, all that sort of stuff.
You're giving away your idea. I'm gonna have to cut this out.
No, it's okay.
And the trap cards are actual trap characters.
Yeah. There will be...
He doesn't care as long as it happens. He just wants this to happen.
I don't care if someone steals this idea. I just need it to happen. But if you want to throw your money to me so I can do it, I will do everything within my power to make it, even if I'm hand drawing them.
Oh no, it's gonna ruin it. No.
Fucking derpy.
Can we get like an actual animator to? They'll be. You know what they're gonna look like? They're gonna look like Canon 2002.
No. Here,
The big eyes.
Here, I'll do good actually. Okay, I will just take cute screenshots, and just turn them into playing cards, and I'll just print them.
Yeah, it's
out.
not like Japan is gonna sue us.
Yeah, no, we're gonna
are they
make
gonna
like
do?
$5 on this, so I mean, it's not even worth it.
Yeah, I guess. Okay, well, if you guys want to fundraise Kickstarter,
Feel free to add some
Imouto
ideas
trading
too.
card game.
We can. This is a group project, the way I see it. If you put money in, you're involved as well.
with the world.
Yeah, no, this is Jesus Kun approves of this.
So we're talking SAO. Awesome. That's Jesus.
Yay.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. All right. But that put aside.
For some
think
reason,
you're
I
ready
thought
for
of
your,
South Park Jesus when I said that, though.
Like the boxing fight with Satan.
Yeah.
Glorious.
I don't even watch that much
Anyways,
South Park.
all right. Let's go on to our next off topic, which is about Yuri and Yaoi,
Gay!
the genre.
The joke had to be made. The
Yes.
joke had to be
Yeah,
made.
you know, someone had to do it. At the very least, we have a soundbite now.
All right, Lou, why don't you go ahead since you brought this one up? Do you want to talk about it?
Alright, well, Yuri has been on the rise as of late with shows like Akuma no Riddle and Sakura Trick. And there's been a fair growth in that area and attention being placed in the community towards that particular genre. Now, the reason why I brought it up is I noticed I was looking on AnyChart and I saw that there was going to be a Yaoi show that was going to air in the summer season called Love Stage by JC Staff. Now, one, this is a fairly decent and reputable studio that's picking up this series and making this series. So there's that. It's going to have a budget behind it.
Mm-hmm.
So the question that I posed to both Sheena and Ray was, should Yaoi get equal time to Yuri in anime? Now, before I hand it off to them, I'll say I'm of the opinion that yes. I personally don't see myself partaking as a fan, but I believe that it should be out there as long as it doesn't really impede with the shows I like to watch. As long as the shows that I want to watch are getting made, then I don't care what else is being put out there. Good for the people that are going to be watching.
Well, okay, so like here's the thing though. Like, I'm not really a fan of yaoi.
Yeah.
I know it's like, well, a girl doesn't like yaoi.
You haven't even given it a chance.
No. Well, I mean, I've seen shows where they have shonen ai kind of stuff like 07 Ghost, but I didn't
Have
really
you watched
enjoy
Gravitation?
that. Maybe it's because of the story. No.
Then, you know what, you haven't given it a chance.
Okay, so yeah, I don't know. I'm not a fan of yaoi or Yuri. You know, I'm just not into that. But I mean, if people enjoy it and they like it, then it doesn't really matter because whether I watch it or not, it's not like a big deal to me.
So you don't care. You're fine with it taking up just as much time.
I mean, as like what Lou said, as long as there's other shows that's being made that's good too, then yeah, I don't really care.
See, I put more thought into it when I mentioned earlier, like, when you say does it deserve as much time, I think more of how big is the audience for this, and I guess we kind of have to see with this stuff coming up right now to truly, you know, grasp how big the audience is. But unless the audience is as big as it is for Yaoi as it is for Yuri, I don't think it deserves the same amount of time. But does it deserve one or two shows a season? Yeah. I mean, who does it hurt?
I mean, that's what Yuri's getting this season now, though. And last season, there was one Yuri show apiece.
Well, let's be honest though, it's gonna start growing though.
I mean, the subgenre that's getting more attention now is gender bent. You're seeing trap characters in every show.
Which I'm not.
If
really
I was
a big
in an
fan
anime,
of.
I'd be a trap character.
Well, let me ask. I haven't really seen a lot of Yuri
Glossed over
shows,
that.
so yeah, I'm not even gonna go into it.
You just don't know what to
just-
say.
Exactly. So, with yaoi shows, they're usually kind of the what's the word I'm looking for?
Porn?
Where you have where you have like that one character. The one male is mostly more dominant than the other
The
male, right?
bear
That's
and the
usually
what's
how-
it called, the twink? Wrong way. Oh.
Can we just say that when we say yaoi, we're not talking about porn?
Yeah, we're not talking about hentai. We're
We're
talking
talking about gay lovers.
Yeah, gay lovers.
And
That's all
anime.
it is.
I mean, essentially, I
Ray.
was right though. I mean, right? That's what you're thinking, basically, right? Except not in like.
Well, yeah,
That sense.
but how is it in Yuri though? Is it like that the same way? How there's usually a one stronger female than the other, or more
Yeah,
dominant female?
I mean, you could say that for any relationship. There's always one person that's takes a more assertive and dominant role in a relationship. I mean, you can argue that, let's say in Sakura Trick, that the two main characters were both passive, kind of, but I mean, I would say is that they shared the dominant role and they just alternated depending on the scenario. But yeah, I mean, based on the preview, which AnyChart has a preview for this up already, it looks like that's what's gonna happen.
But that's how most yaoi shows are like, though.
There's not that
That's
many.
well, if you're counting the hentai.
If you're counting the
yes.
hentai, there's tons, yeah.
Yaoi shows.
But I don't get where you
I
get
guess
your
that's-
expertise from as a non-fan, Sheena.
Well, as someone who's seen the hentais.
As someone who browses Tumblr, Sheena has her
well, you
knowledge.
can't. That
For
doesn't count
Sheena, it
because
says someone
those
who
are just like.
browses Faku.
Wait, hold on. Before I'm not gonna say anything. I'm not gonna deny it, or I'm not going to affirm it.
So you're
But-
affirming it.
Like, I didn't say anything. But what
You helped me
what I'm
interrogate
saying
her.
is that like, stop. What I'm saying is that like, I guess that whole like dominant person in the relationship, it's like I don't really see that a lot in a lot of romance anime. I mean, you'll see that in like more comedy, kind of like
Let's go Golden
class
Time.
president.
Golden Time, you have Coco being the dominant character and Banri being the spineless little bitch. I don't like Banri,
Can I
by
just-
the way.
Can I
Spoiler
say, I
alert.
think you're not thinking through enough when you say that, Sheena, because like, for example, another one would be Sword Art Online. At first it seems like it might be equal a bit, but Kirito ends up being the
No, I
super
always thought that was
badass
pretty equal.
that protects her.
I always thought it was still equal. No.
No, they had a
I mean,
trade-off at one point, yes, but like, let's be honest, in the end, he had to go save her while she was basically getting raped.
That was a good scene, though.
Okay, then.
I don't know, but like, just like, but I don't know, like the whole thing is just kind of.
There's always somebody who's a little
I don't know, I'm
dominant,
not-
I think. Because that's just how real relationships are, even.
I
There's
guess.
no, what would it be, pessimistic or something like that, or it's realistic? I don't know.
Pessimistic.
I don't know what I would describe what I'm about to say, though, but like, that's just the fact of the matter is there's no such thing as an actual 100% equal relationship. They don't exist.
But you don't want to see another guy acting as like the spineless, male character like in Golden Time. I just
How
don't
much
find
yaoi
that
have you
like,
seen again?
appealing at all. Not a lot.
The bit I
Not a
have
lot.
seen.
We need to bring in an expert.
I mean, I've probably seen more than you.
We need to bring in a yaoi expert. You've seen Gravitation, I haven't.
Well, no, I've also been on Faku I've basically fallen for traps.
The truth comes out.
I've basically fallen for
But
traps. I was like, oh, that looks like a cute chick. No, there's a dick.
can I repeat that when we say yaoi, we're not talking about that?
No, now we are.
Okay, now.
But-
okay. But going back to what Lou was
It's because they
saying,
are related, though. You
um,
kind of have to bring up one if you're going to bring up the other, even though they're the same yet separate things. When it's an anime or a hentai, they're going to be similar, though.
Can't we just treat it relationship? It's like, can't it just be like a relationship? Like, two people like each other?
That would be more marketable, I would say.
Instead of making it like super sexual.
That's not what
Which
they
is what
want.
seems
That's
what,
not what people want
most-
to see, though.
What most yaoi anime is always, it seems more leaning towards sexual than it is to,
Because that's what the already set up base of people that will actually watch it are used to.
See, what I would like to see is, let's say it was a yaoi style relationship, but where it isn't advertised as such, and it's just a rom-com. Like, I think the stigma of it being yaoi would go away because it's just
It'll just
focusing.
be a romance.
Yeah, exactly.
It might end up being just like a shonen ai where it's just like,
Yeah, with Shonen Ai though, it's more implied, isn't it?
yeah, they're not really, like, 07 Ghost was very shonen ai.
It's kind of weird, but like when you said that, what I thought of was I imagined, what if in Kawai Complex, it was two guys.
Well, they do share a room,
Yeah.
and one of them likes being
Not
tied
those
up.
two guys, but you know what I mean.
Oh.
So you know what I mean.
guys.
What's her name
There's only
again?
two
Is replaced by a
guys.
guy. What would you
Oh,
think
okay,
then?
I see what you mean.
Exactly, all the same stuff happens, except she's just replaced with a guy.
I wouldn't care. I'd still watch.
Yeah.
Here's a question too, though.
mean,
would
well, I
you have
don't
watched
know.
it in the first place? knowing how good it is at this point, you'd continue watching, but...
I mean, if it's alright, assuming that it's advertised exactly the same the same way, where it's just advertised as a rom-com, I would have picked it up anyways because I always watch rom-coms. Every rom-com every season always gets at least one watch, regardless of whatever the situation is that may get or maybe explained or explored in that rom-com.
I thought that was a good visual one, was like Kawai Complex. Just imagine that if it was two guys. Like, that's...
No, I get it. I get where you're coming from. It's, will the mainstream audience give it a try, knowing that it is what it is? And chances are no, but I mean, with time, as a society, I would like to think that we become more accepting of individuals. So I think over time that it's going to become the norm that, there's going to be maybe not 100% mainstream, but, where it's acknowledged by the mainstream.
Mm-hmm. See, something like that, I'll admit I probably wouldn't watch it at first, but if people started telling me it was good, I would still be open to watching it. Like, it wouldn't bother me.
But now looking at this love stage, the animation for it, for the guy, for the, who is it?
The one that I think is really ugly?
Ryuma, I think his character design and how they drew him isn't very attractive.
The other one looks like a trap.
That's the right word I'm looking for. And the other one looks
that's a pretty cute guy.
You could mistake the other one for a girl.
What is wrong with me? Earlier I saw bouncing tits in the air, and now I'm like, that's a pretty cute guy.
The truth comes out.
Yep, I'm gay for tits.
But I don't know, like, I mean, it's just, I'm not saying that, like, I'm against it. It's just that it's not something that, like, appeals, I guess.
Here's the thing, though. You've never given it a chance. Like, I know it doesn't appeal to you off the bat, but you never gave anything like it a chance. Outside of porn, most likely.
That was...
Sheena, have you seen Brokeback Mountain?
I haven't. Oh, wait. That's the cowboy one. Yeah, I have.
Just think that, but drawn.
Might be good. Might be good. I mean, if no Jake Gyllenhaal and Heath Ledger were turned into anime characters, I'll take it.
That horse.
The horse. But here's the thing though, like in every yaoi, I don't know, like why did they have to draw the feminine male, very feminine?
What, you want him to be like a big burly dude? I guess that would be more realistic.
Yeah, like can't they make a yaoi where both guys are like manly?
Just regular dudes?
Yeah.
They just like to touch butts on occasion?
They won't,
yeah,
because of the fact that there needs to still be gender roles there.
They won't for the fact that they need to sell figures.
Maybe.
But, yeah, so...
I think it's a gender role thing.
I wouldn't care.
The second you make one, like, like those two, for example, like, with, like, who's playing what, like, who is the man in the relationship, that sounds really sexist, what I was about to say. But you know what I'm saying, like, you know what I mean?
We get the idea behind it.
Who's
I understand.
the dominant one in the relationship. It's gender roles that is actually a really sexist preconception that I just now realized that I was going to enforce.
Go society.
Yeah, well, Japanese society.
Society in general. Go society.
More and more nowadays I hear about wives kicking husbands out and just like talking shit to them and stuff. I feel like women have gotten a lot more aggressive nowadays. So fuck with them.
Well...
Lou's sitting there silent.
Whatever. Lou's like...
I'm just watching this just roll on.
just watching this train wreck.
I have no opinion on aggressive women.
Speaking of train wrecks, go watch Kenzen Robo Daimadaler. Please. I'm trying to get everybody to watch this harem ecchi mess mecha series.
Can we link
when did we talk about tail dicks?
The opening? We didn't talk about tail dicks, but there is tail dicks in Kenzen
That should have
Robo
been your, what's it called, your segue. Just, we didn't even speak of it, you just said, speaking of tail dicks. Just, no reason. That's the segue.
Yeah. No, it's
very interesting.
That show is my favorite train wreck this season.
We took tail dicks off topic and they still came up. That's the power of them.
The power of tail dick.
Of high Edo energy. You'll know what I'm talking about if you watch the show. Go watch the goddamn show.
Maybe we'll do a segment on that on the show.
Next week, do it.
The next time
Oh,
he
God.
dubs
I
over
don't know.
somebody, Lou, just have him like endorse that show constantly.
Oh, I know who I would totally do that to because I know they watch that show and like it.
There you go. You're ready then. I just gave you another golden idea that just redoing your golden idea.
Hey, if it's broke, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah, just remake it. I don't know, rebuild it, Kai it up, Dragon Ball Z style.
All right. So that's the end of our off topics and also the end of our podcast. So Lou, why don't you go ahead and plug yourself?
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Lou from Setting by the Window Anime Reviews. You can find me on youtube.com/SBTWAnimeReviews. You can also find me on twitter.com/SBTWAnimeReview without the S. And that is basically it. Thanks for having me on. Once again, it is always a pleasure, and I look forward to the next time.
All right. Thank you, Lou. We'll see you all next time.
Tail dicks are awesome.